watching Business Trends Today exclusively on ASBN.
One of the biggest frustrations in sales is getting to the end of a great conversation, we've all had them, only to have the customer disappear. No decision, no follow-up. Today we're joined by Matt Easton, who's a sales coach and founder of Easton University Sales Coaching. Matt says there's a simple way to improve your chances of either closing the sale or getting clear on what happens next. So Matt, thanks so much for joining us here on the network again. I very much appreciate it. So this is definitely a problem among, well, I don't want to say all salespeople, because I think top salespeople, the very top echelon, know what to do to get that next call or to get that next action. But so many salespeople do fall into this trap of saying, wow, we just had a great conversation and we were, sparks were flying, and now what? So why do so many salespeople finish conversations without actually getting a decision or a defined next step from the customer, or at that point, the prospect?
Yeah, the bad news is, Jim, you don't have to say it, I'll say it. I think it is pretty much all, right? This is something where we think, oh, I'm really great at sales. And yet, if you or I were standing over their shoulder, I think pretty much all of them don't have a simple process for either closing that deal or locking in a next step with each and every person they talk about. The good news is, Jim, a kindergartner can learn this. I don't know what you remember.
We play very big with kindergartens, especially during the summer months like this. So
good.
That's great.
Hi. If you're watching the network, take your vitamins and listen to mom and dad. No, I don't remember a ton from kindergarten, first grade, but maybe I wasn't the best student. I remember this. I remember two things: crisscross applesauce. Right. I know how to. I can still sit crisscross applesauce. And then I'm curious to see if you remember this, Jim. What do we do if we catch on fire? Did they ever teach you that one?
Stop, drop, and roll.
Boom. That's what I learned. That's what I learned too. Stop, drop. So if you're by the way, if you're in kindergarten and you're watching this, stop, drop, and roll if you're on fire, and then continue to watch the segment because you're going to learn how to close. But this is as easy as stop, drop, and roll, right? It is close, set, anchor. Close, set, anchor. Close, set, anchor.
Okay.
What the heck am I talking about here? Okay. Here's what I'm talking about when close, set, anchor becomes reflexive to you. Let's say the great and powerful Jim is talking to me about Easton University advertising on the network. Hopefully he's been through my sales coaching. He learned how to slow down in the beginning. Sure. He learned what my biggest reason for wanting to advertise was. Let's say I want 10,000 new members. I do. 10,000 new members on Easton University by 2027. Okay. So great. We've had a good conversation. It's close, set, anchor. It's time for Jim to close. Jim is going to go for the close. He's going to say, Matt, does it make sense to have Easton University advertising on the network? Okay. He's got his black belt in Easton University, so he's going to throw a you can.
Does it make sense?
Love it. So you can get in front of the right eyeballs and be in the best position to add 10,000 people to Easton University by 2027. That's his close. Does it make sense to, right? Advertise on the network so you can be in front of the right eyeballs and hit that goal of 10,000 people by 2027 ahead of schedule. Okay. Let's say I say, yes, Jim, it does. He's closed the deal. Congratulations, Matt. You made a great decision. My team's going to send you over the agreement. We're going to get you on the network. Welcome aboard. Right. Great. But let's say he doesn't. I say, no, Jim, I need to run this by my partner, Bob, in accounting. Okay. Now he needs to set a next step. So close, set, anchor. He's going to set a next. Totally understand. What's a good next step, right? Well, I need to run this by Bob in accounting. Perfect. He's going to point the question at himself. What's a good next step for me? All right. I'm going to say, you know what, Jim, just let me look at everything and I'll get back to you by Thursday.
Right.
Okay. He has closed and he set a next step because I said, I'm going to read everything and get back to you, Jim, Thursday. But what is missing? The anchor. He hasn't anchored. Okay. Anchoring is something that Jim is in control. Jim, you're in control of. And if I tell you I'm going to call you by Thursday, you're not in control of that.
Right.
The boat's not anchored.
That's right.
I could forget to call you.
That's right.
I could call another network. I wouldn't. You're the best, right? I could get distracted, but you haven't anchored the next step. So even if the customer tells you when you've been skillful with the close, you feel like you've been skillful in setting a next step, if the next step is not something that you're in control of, you still need to anchor. That might sound like this. Hey, Matt, does it make sense to get you advertising on the network so we can get you in front of the right eyeballs, get those great people that are involved in sales and leadership looking at Easton University so you can grow to 10,000 members by 2027? Nah, Jim, I just really need to think about it. Totally understand, Matt. What's a good next step for me? I don't know, Jim. Send the quote over. I'll get back to you by Thursday. Totally get it, Matt. Hey, how about we do this? I'm going to shoot over an email with my understanding of the current situation, capabilities you need as far as the advertising campaign. I'll have that over to you in about 20 minutes. You're going to call me by Thursday, and then I'll give you a call Friday morning if I haven't heard from you before then. Fair enough? Right? Yep. What Jim has done there is all three things. He hasn't stopped, dropped, and rolled. It's even better because the likelihood that you are going to be in touch with a prospect that's going to drift and you're never going to hear from them again is a lot higher than the likelihood that you're going to be on fire. Right? So this is imperative for us to realize if we work in sales or we manage a sales team. Close, set, anchor. Go for the close. Set a next step. And if that next step is not something you're in control of, make sure you put an additional next step on top of it that you're in control of. Hey, let me run this by my spouse. Man, it's looking really good, Matt. I'll call you, I'll call you tomorrow morning. Awesome, Jim. It is really exciting. I think we found the right whatever it is for you, right? I know you guys are going to love it. You're going to call me tomorrow morning. I'll give you a call before lunchtime tomorrow if I haven't heard from you before then. Fair enough. And one last little detail for my kindergartners and first graders out there. The why you want to put fair enough after you set a next step is if I just say, Jim, I'll call you tomorrow if I haven't heard from you before then, it kind of sounds a little bit pushy and forceful. Yeah. But if I just put the fair enough at the end of it, right? Hey, I'm Jim. Sure. I'll call you around lunchtime tomorrow if I haven't heard from you before then. Fair enough. It gives you an opportunity to go, lunchtime tomorrow is not going to work for me, Matt, because I do have a meeting with my team from 10 to 2. If you could give me a call before 10, that would be great, or after 2. Awesome. Yeah, I'll call you 9:30, right? Sure. Mission, let's get those 10,000 new members over to Easton University. Virtual high five because we're here on the broadcast here, but then your customers are they're happy, they're reminded of the outcome, but most importantly, you have done the best service possible, and that is you understood their situation, you went for the close, and you didn't let this boat just drift out there in the sea without an anchor. Right. You anchored a next step, and it's something that you're in control of. Right. And us as salespeople, and I don't know, Jim, you've sold a lot, I've sold a lot. There's nothing more frustrating than having a great pipeline full of wonderful customers that you're not anchored in a next step, because what ends up happening is they disappoint you, and it's no fault of their own, but you show up to work going, I'm going to close 3 deals today, and none of those people come back to the store, right? Or I've got this coming in, and they never call you back, and they don't answer your emails. Make sure that you're in control of the next step, because you are the only person on planet EARTH that you can control. And if you control what you're going to do next, good things will happen. I love it. What is it okay to go for another close where you try to close the deal down sooner rather than later? Is that or is that in some cases too pushy? Like in the event that the customer says, well, I got to get with my comptroller, I got to get with my accountant or my partner or what have you. Sure. Is it okay to go a little further in some cases to say, well, why don't we do this? Let's wrap up the sale, make it contingent on your accountant's approval. Is that? Love that. I love that, Jim. And I'm gonna put a Matt Easton layer on that if I could. Is it okay if I put? Absolutely. If I Matt Eastonitize that for you? Okay, what we teach at Easton University is a little bit different than the other sales coaches. They'll teach you, hey, be pressure, come on, Jim, of course your comptroller knew that you could make this decision when you were talking to us about advertising. Some garbage like that. Yes. Right? Yes. I like your words, right? Hey, we'll just make it contingent. Some other little Matt Easton that we teach at eastonuniversity.com is understand the moving pieces of the deal. That might sound like this. Matt, hey, I totally understand that you need to talk to the comptroller. I get it. It makes perfect sense. Based on everything you told me in the discussion that we have, the ad campaign to get Easton University on the network is exactly what you're going to need to get in front of the right eyeballs and get those 10,000 additional members. I do want to make sure that we're clear of something here, because I know you're going to talk to your comptroller. I have a limited amount of spots available for the premier package that you're looking at. Okay, the probability, the likelihood that those spots are going to be sold is 100%, Matt.
Yeah.
We will sell out on those spots. The probability that those are going to get sold sooner than later is extremely high.
Yeah.
And by sooner than later, they could go as early as today. We've got 4 other people on the sales team. They are talking to other organizations. Now check this out, Jim. Matt, as long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. And if when you come back from the comptroller, if we miss out on this particular package, I will work with you and we'll find the next best one for you.
Sure.
Right? That is a huge difference than, Matt, your comptroller knows you here and putting pressure on me.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Jim, I'm going for that secondary close, like you said.
Yeah.
But I'm going to make my prospect, not in a manipulative, slimy, or evil way.
Right.
I'm going to make my prospect carry the weight of them waiting.
Yeah.
And the weight of them waiting is
very good point.
Could be gone.
Yeah.
Pricing could change.
Yep.
Right?
Because in so many cases in sales, as you know, maybe there's a very limited supply of whatever it might be, the vacuum cleaner, the boat, the house, the car, whatever it might be that you're selling.
Cars are a perfect example.
Yeah.
Cars are a perfect example, Jim. Like, just because that Raptor Bronco that I like in the slate gray is sitting on the lot right now doesn't mean it's going to be sitting on the lot tomorrow.
That's right.
But a slimy, sleazy, well, I don't want to call anybody sleazy, an uneducated sales rep would be like, come on, your wife knows you're here. You can make your own decision. This is your Bronco. Just do it. But and Easton University, I totally understand that you want her opinion. Based on everything you told me, especially with the slate gray, with the Raptor package, with the lift, I just need to let you know the likelihood that this particular Raptor is going to be sold is 100%. It will be sold.
Right.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you're clear of that.
Right.
The probability that this particular vehicle is going to roll off the lot sooner than later, and by sooner it can go as early as like this afternoon. We have 7 people coming in to look at that Bronco today.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Matt, as long as you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. And if we miss out on this Bronco while you're talking to your wife, when you guys come back tomorrow, I will work with you. We'll find the next best Bronco that comes available in inventory when it's right for you. Now all of a sudden I'm like, but no, you, Jim, now I start selling you. You don't understand. I got to have the slate gray, man. I got to have this one, my brother. I got to have the lift kit.
Right.
Cool. Does it make sense for us to write everything up contingent?
There you go.
And that's where and I'm saying, don't break the rules of your dealership or wherever you work, but know stuff ahead of time, right? There's only like 20 different things that you need to face in your job. You should know how to deal with all 20 of those, and you should have a way that is mutually agreeable and beneficial to both parties. But what's irresponsible, sorry to preach, but what's irresponsible is if we don't go for the close at all, and then I go talk to my wife and I come back and I'm a car guy. My Bronco's not there. Who am I going to blame? I'm not blaming me. I'm blaming you. Like, you should have closed me. Or you closed me too hard and I'm like, he's just trying to sell me. That's what a salesperson would say.
Yeah.
But a skillful Matt Easton type salesperson would be like, I get it. If it's important to you, it's important to me. I understand you want her to look at it. I just want to be crystal clear on something, right? Like, this vehicle's going to go, right? And it's the same thing with me advertising at the network.
Yeah.
Matt, we only have 3 platinum sponsors, right? Where when both in the video and the thing, your Easton University logo is going to be sitting up there.
Right.
I need to be crystal clear. Once those sell out and we have people looking at those, I have quotes out for those, they'll be gone, right? And if we miss out on this one, I will work with you on the next best package when those spots come available. Fair enough? Now all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, no, let's just do it. And if my comptroller has any questions, I'll give you a call. Matt, perfect plan. Congratulations, you made a great decision. Mission 10,000 students on Easton University by 2027, right? Like, it's just an easier way to sell. It's not stop, drop, and roll. Right. It's close, set, anchor.
I love
it. Close,
set, anchor. Matt Easton, sales coach and founder of Easton University Sales Coaching. Check him out online. This is the guy that you want in your corner when it comes to sales training. Whatever you're selling, you need your people to be trained at doing it. And all too often, we forget that in sales, don't we, Matt? Where it's like we've got everything, the stage is set, but guess what? Nobody trained the salespeople on how to sell. Big mistake. We see it all the time in business. And Matt Easton can help you with that and change your life, change your bottom line. So, Matt, thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on the network, Jim. I mean, you guys really are the best, and serious people watch this, and a few kindergartners and first graders, apparently. Guys, keep watching this network. I mean, I'm not the only person they bring in. This is an amazing network. It's for people like you. It's for people like me. I am always so excited when I get invited to be here because you're my people. Jim's my people. We're all our people here, guys. This is the network to be on.
Great. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it. Thanks.
Thanks for watching Business Trends Today exclusively on ASBN.